Hello, this is me, Connor, and
Eliot,
yeah,
hi, good evening.
good evening. It's 9 o'clock at night, 9 p.m. in the UK.
Just turned actually, about 9:04.
Yeah, nine o
If that's
four.
right, of course.
Yeah, and today our topic of discussion will be
I think we agreed on cigarettes, didn't we?
yeah. Well, that's if you wanted to talk about that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's good to me, yeah. Yeah.
right. So what's your opinion on cigarettes? Do you think that they should be banned or anything? Or
Well, it's a mixture, isn't it? No, I don't think they should be banned. A lot of people um, have a lot of, they experience a lot of enjoyment with cigarettes. They
yeah,
are proven to be bad for you, they are. Um,
but
and
is it worth doing with the health risks involved?
Yeah, I mean, the issue is the nicotine addiction. When people get addicted to nicotine, that's the drug, and that's what people crave for,
Yeah,
and then they become addicted to it. They struggle to get away from it because it becomes an addiction. They're spending far too much money on it. £10, £11 a pack.
Yeah, that's mostly because the government put. I think it was because of the government they put up the prices.
It isn't good for you inhaling that into your lungs. So it's proven it's no good for you. So that is a definite negative. It pos and neg. So probably negatives outweigh the positives. The positives for me would be the enjoyment of it. Growing up as a child in the 70s and as an adult and into the mid to late 80s, I remember going out in pubs when the clubs, bars, pubs were filled with smoke. And you came out and you stank, and if you weren't a smoker, it was a bit of a pain when you got back and you stank your own home out with your clothes that had been impregnated with smoke. So that was a downside. But people do enjoy it. I've smoked cigarettes. I've enjoyed that. I like
Yeah,
that. I've enjoyed that. The feeling of that. And as a lady at work said the other day, I think the when you start the cigarette, the initial drag, let's call it, of the cigarette is probably the better bit. When you get towards the end, it's not as effective. I think the enjoyment comes from sparking it up, and then the initial drag, and people that's what people crave.
yeah,
So I think no, I think they are they are bad for you. There are negatives probably what outweigh the positives, but I don't think they should be banned. I think if people want to smoke, then that's their call. Inflicting it on other people is selfish, and of course
I
now
guess that's why it's banned.
that's why it's banned. Like when I remember, when I started work, people were smoking in the factory. Now you're not allowed to smoke. I agree with that.
Yeah,
I agree with that.
not
I agree.
inflicting it on others.
No, correct. I'm not
Yeah,
inflicting on others. Having designated smoking shelters at workplaces, we've got one at work.
I think that everywhere, like at every place, they should have designated smoking
Yeah.
areas.
So we got two smokers at work. They go out there. That's great. They do that. So and the same with restaurants and pubs. Inflicting smoke on someone in a restaurant or in a pub. No, I don't agree with that. That's selfish. That's unfair.
So
So
I'm not 100% sure on this detail, but I'm pretty sure that at hospitals, if you're staying at a hospital, you're not allowed to smoke at any point. Like you're not even allowed to go outside and smoke. I don't think. I'm not
you
100%
can
sure on
at a
that.
local
You
one of
can.
the local hospitals here. You can There is a shelter.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
good
There's
then.
smoking shelters even for patients where
Yeah, I
you.
was unaware of that. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I think it's because I'd read something up on the news, but obviously
No,
it's wrong.
you can, and you probably find that most of them do have designated smoking shelters or areas where they can, patients, staff, wherever can go and do that.
Yeah,
You can do it. So, yes, I don't think it should be banned. I don't agree with it being inflicted on others. If you want to smoke, you smoke in your own area. You don't inflict it on others. Luckily, it's not. It's against the law now to do it in social places and at work and workplaces. Good, but if people want to smoke, then and smoke themselves and not inflict it on others, then fine.
yeah,
That's their call. I've, there is an enjoyment factor with it. Only if you, I mean, a friend of mine has the occasional one. I've done it. Had the occasional one. I wouldn't want to get into the habit of smoking.
yeah,
I wouldn't want to get. I wouldn't want to be smoking 15, 20 a day. No way. I wouldn't enjoy it. I wouldn't
yeah,
enjoy drinking a load of wine or spirits or beer every time. It's got to be done in moderation because if you do too much, it becomes unhealthy and a real health risk. So goes for smoking, drinking, whatever, gambling, any vice.
yeah,
So it could be seen as a vice, Don't see it as don't make it a vice. Keep it as an enjoyment. Keep it as something you enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Many brands have gone. I mean, I remember when I was a lad. You got the John Player range: John Player Red, John Player Blue, John Player Vanguard, Lambert and Butler Silver, Lambert and Butler Gold Pack, 555, Players number 6, Embassy Regal. Oh, the list goes on. Don't see half of them now. You know, Benson Hedges, the Gold Pack. I smoke Benson Hedges.
I'm pretty sure that Benson and Hedges Gold are still about, aren't they?
Are they?
I'm pretty sure.
I bought those mainly as
I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure they are.
I remember as a child, I smoked Vanguard with my mate's sister.
Yeah.
Behind the greenhouse. And Players number 6 and Embassy.
Yeah.
But I don't think those are in production. I think you can buy them. Players number 6 with like a green and blue stripe.
Yeah, I've never heard of that one before.
Yeah, that was a
Embassy
one.
might still be about, but I'm not 100% sure. That other one that you mentioned, no.
I remember when I first started work, one of my supervisors smoked Consulate. Now they are menthol.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
gone.
menthol cigarettes are banned now.
They're gone.
In the UK.
Why were they banned?
I don't know.
You don't know?
Well, I think it was because it was something to do with because they didn't. Well, because like menthol sort of like adding a flavour to a cigarette, isn't it? And some people like the flavour of menthol, so like I think the government was trying to say, oh, we don't really want you having flavours.
They're pretty bad. I remember having one. It was like sucking a polo mint. They weren't very.
Yeah.
They weren't. No, I wouldn't have smoked. I can see the pack now. Consulate.
I forgot about menthol cigarettes because they're completely out of production over here now. Like, they're illegal. I'm not sure if they're illegal, but they're definitely out of production over here.
Consulate. What was the other one? More. A big long cheroot thing, about 5-6 inches long. Rothmans is another one. Marlboro.
Marlboro are still around.
For
yeah.
Middle Tower, I think they're quite strong. Marlboro.
I think they're really prominent in America.
Yeah.
And in quite a lot of other countries, I think.
And then you've got those over in Turkey and Greece, and then you get Camel.
Camel.
I don't think I've had a Camel actually.
Haven't you?
Don't think so. Gitan, the French one.
Yeah, the French one.
That Gitan.
Really dark, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 Strong.
When I started chuffing on cigars in the late 80s, and I thought, well, there was a brand of cigar called a cigarella.
Yeah.
And I remember buying this pack of cigarillos from a local store. I thought, well, if I'm having cigars, and this is going back about 1986, 7 somewhere, and cigarella, and it was a filter tip end with a cigar body, but the size of a cigarette, not fat like a cigar. So it was a cigarette size, like you see now, but it was like a cigar. It was a cigar on the end of a filter. Cigarella. Google it sometime. They might still be doing it. I remember buying it, and then I thought, oh, the hell, I might as well just smoke cigarettes. So then went on to Benson Hedges Gold. I mean, it was kind of, a lot of the guys smoked, so we used to share those. They were all right. But there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.